Okay, so hello again, if anybody can hear me. Hmm. Finally, bitrate seems to have stabilized a little bit, so I hope we will be all right. Um, okay, so you can see my screen. I hope. Yeah, probably you can. Uh, this is the Magda Aggro deck we will be playing. Um, Give me a second to upload it to the stream deck here so that people can see it if they join midway and want uh, to see the deck command, to use the deck command. Uh, this is the deck. Okay. So we are playing this Aggro version of Magda. Basically, the things I've been trying is of one mind, which is nice deck. And of course, the important part is that I'm trying Mutavault here. Mutable has the upside of being a dwarf, and it also has the upside of enabling of one mind basically for 2 mana. So at worst, of one mind should be a 2 mana, draw 2. At best, it should be in 1 mana, draw 2. I like this take. The version of the combo I'm playing relies on Wall of Omens and Universal Automaton, not on Stalactite and Battered Golem, because I have found that Universal Automaton is better to grab with Saga than Stalactite. And this comes up a lot, like I want to use Saga to fetch a creature, for example, to jump block, or to tap it to create treasures with Magda. This comes up often. Note that I'm playing only one Imperial Recruiter main. This just helps round off the number of effects. Basically, have 5 Magdas, but it's also protection post Magda, and it's also the 5th Monstrous Changeling and the 5th Universal Automaton. Basically, it's a do-all but a bad card overall. I'm playing a second Recruiter in the sideboard. I have not decided whether this choice is worth it, to be honest. I'm having trouble here with my overlay. Okay. Um, Secondary recruiter in the sideboard. I hope it's good, but it may not be. What I really like about this build is that it has two portables in the two portable holes in the sideboard, and it also has a Grafdigger's Cage in the sideboard, which in previous builds I had neglected. So let's see how this goes. Okay, let's boot up Modern Tournament Practice. Like no budget for anything else. So I need to let you see the matchmaking screen. By the way, I hope that the stream quality is good. If it's not, do tell me. Okay, match has started. This hand is interesting. I do like that it has Mutavault, so I can test that. It also has Saga, so it's rather grinding. We have Bolts for the early game. I think that's a nice hand. It will test the grindy aspects of the deck. Is not a good matchup to test against. The question is, should I play turn on Urza Saga? I think I shouldn't. I think I should just play Foothills, grab Sacred Foundry at the end of their turn. It may be Eldrazi too, but I don't think that Eldrazi plays Chromatic Sphere. I am playing Eldrazi with Chromatic Sphere, but it's a budget consideration. So, and I'm doing this on paper too. Like in Magic Online, you just rent things. Okay, so they're playing Bossages, the second land drop, which makes me feel great. And what did they reveal? They revealed Chromatic Star. Okay, so here I'm just fetch shocking into a Sacred Foundry and bolting their face. I do have another bolt to to maybe keep a planeswalker in check. If I need to double block a walker, then I don't think I'm surviving. Double bolt a blocker, then I don't think I'm surviving. So the cool part here is that they don't have Tron yet. They will have it next turn, which means that I'll be able to dig a little bit with Smuggler's Copter. There's even an argument not to play this Exemplar here. Another star. Darn, they found map. So here's the thing. They may have the small card. Okay, so I drew off one mind, which makes me feel bad about my fetch decisions, but at least I can play Exemplar. What I feel like doing is to maybe dodge a Nugin. So maybe create a construct token here, animate the copter with this token, and attack the opponent. We're putting some pressure in there. I'll need to discard this lantern, I think. I found a blue source too, which is real nice for next turn. Next turn I may even like not use my saga to create token. Okay, so they did find power plant here. Um, do they have Ulamog or something like that? They seem to be fizzling for some reason, but that's not a deck that's fizzling. Wormcoil Legion Stone Walls us, but it's not that bad. Okay, I can even bounce that thing. I think I should just add mana here because I can animate Mutavault. I think I prefer adding mana here. And I can just bounce this thing. So like I can grab either Spellbomb, Fetch Shock into what's called Stim Vents. Okay, so I can do many things. So let's just first bounce the Worm Coil, pink blue. Then play Exemplar. We do have double bolt here, so we may be in a good spot in the sense that we could, in theory, try to win next turn. Can we? We're attacking for 7 now. Now we're one short. Darn. Okay, we do have Magda. Okay, we can animate the copter and attack. I think I want to discard this copter here. Magda is great in this board. I don't think because I think it prevents the opponent from basically winning. Like if they no they may have that Oblivion Stone, right? Okay, we have another expedition map. We crack the map. Sanctum of Ugin. Okay, so they will play something huge and play Ballista too. The point is, if we can go through with this copter, then we do have double bolt. So I don't know what to make of that situation. Okay, they do have Karn, which means that we can kill them with bolt probably. Do they have mana for Ensnaring Bridge? They do have mana for Ensnaring Bridge, but like we'll be killing them under bridge. Oblivion Stone, that's fine. Yeah, basically we win now. Should I show them Magda? Magda represents one more point of damage, but they may have. I think we can just comfortably attack them. Okay, so I'll play this saga. They have already seen a saga. So I'll animate a Mutavault, attack them. Notably, they're dead on board. Wow. Yep. Okay. So that went surprisingly well, given that we were playing against Tron. We did definitely need Python Needle against this deck, and also to cut Copter. Now that we know that you're playing a 4-mana card. One Pine Moon is great. Damic Sphere is great. I want all Alpine Moons, not only one. Um, I think I prefer Reaper King as the win condition, although I'm not playing Gigantha for in the sideboard. I think if we blow up all their lands with Reaper King, then we can just need to blow 3 or 4 lands. We are okay. I will cut off one man. Recruiter is too slow, definitely too slow. Scourge is debatable. Like maybe I should be kicking being Scourge in there. No, there comes shots of. Yeah, if I'm going to grab one thing because it's shut off by Karn, then I want to grab Scourge in all likelihood. Against Tron, bolts are not that great. I know that they would have won this game if they did anything cooler, but we do have Shrapnel Blast and Galvanic Blast, and we do get to keep one bolt. The question is, do we want to play of one mind? I don't think so. We definitely not, want to cut this Soulkind Lantern. So okay, I hadn't thought about that, but maybe I should be playing bolts because they're playing the Karn. So if they can do this, can also cut a drum maybe. No, we do want drum to recover our losses. What if? Okay, so something like this. Maybe cut this blast. It'd be like the one blast pink left in. I should probably just cut the copter or not. I have no idea what to cut. Okay, I go back to cutting one bolt. I don't think we need more than one bolt in the game. Maybe it should be better to. It could have been better to cut more bolts and keep the copter in. I don't know. Okay, so in this case, by the way, in the previous game, Mutavolt was very good. In this game, Mutavolt is not so great, but it's a non-lander either way, so we would mulligan either way. I would like to think. Yeah, it doesn't have pressure. So it doesn't impact us in this game. In the last game, it was good. So all in all, plus 1 point for Mutavolt. Okay, so this hand is slow, but I don't think we can afford to mulligan more. And maybe draw a couple of. Okay, so we got drum. Hmm. I don't even know what to do. This needle will name him Oblivion Stone at some point. So let's do this and see. No, I think I should just play this Sprinkle Drum, right? Yeah, so I'll grab Steam Vents because I can just grab a basic planes and deal minimal damage to myself. Um, and we also have this Galvanic Blast to work towards. Okay, so we do have Saga here. We also have a Magda. The question is, do I just play Magda and cast Python Needle name Oblivion Stone or Walking Ballista? Maybe I should just, I'm supposed to name Walking Ballista. I think Oblivion Stone costs 8. And I don't know what to name, darn it. If I play Karn the minus on my Magda, I don't know what to do if they do that. Okay, we can't win through Walking Ballista, but they would have played that, so I'm not gonna play around them having Walking Ballista. I think I need to play around their 7 mana Karn, which they can cast with their, and I think that is Karn Liberated. Yeah. Okay. So I'll name Karn Liberated and hope for the best here. Hopefully we don't get wrecked. Boseiju into Ancient Steering, so we survive for one more turn. So the point here is that I do have my combo next turn, which is amazing. I can also, maybe I also have the combo this turn, I'm not too sure. So if I play Exemplar, use the drum to tap Exemplar, cast Plarg, Um, Cast Augusta. Then attack with Magda. I get in total one, two, three, four treasures this turn, which leaves up a Magda activation. So I think, given this logic, that I'm comfortable trying to play Augusta, and whatever happens happens. And we are threatening lethal next turn. Like we threaten our combo. Of course, there's no way they don't have Hugin, right? So we tap both things. Okay. At least if they have Hugin, then we can just grab a dragon and hit Hugin. Because I doubt that they manage Hugin for enough, and if they manage Hugin for enough, then we can Galvanic Blast it. Ancient Steerings. This means that we will have whatever they need. Urza's Tower. This means that they do have 7 mana, but they can't cast. Okay, they cast Wormcoil Engine, which basically means we win, right? Okay, let's think about it. How do we do this? By the way, this Saga can grab my 1 mana thing, my automaton. So yeah, I just sacrifice 5 treasures here. I don't even need to go to attacks immediately. Grab, what's it called? Clock of Omens. Hope I grabbed Clock of Omens. Okay, I grabbed Clock of Omens. Maybe I should have tried to stifle their mana, but like, for some reason it didn't even occur to me. So let's just create a colorless construct. It doesn't matter. I'll do it for like purposes. Playing automaton, grab. I'm choosing this artifact, and I'm tapping these 2 artifacts. So, for some reason, I've been doing this way. I'll always yield, and I'll keep doing this. Keep doing this. I'll create a bunch of treasures, I think. Beating Tron is super lucky. Like, it's a very bad matchup usually. Although not so much because I'm dedicating 5 sideboard slots to that matchup. Like, I know that the cards are multi-purpose, Alpine Moon, and the question is, why am I so stupid? Why didn't I grab the things that here's their mana? Like, okay, so I do have 10 of those things, so I'm comfortable just showing the opponent the combo. Come on. So we'll grab Scourge. With Scourge's trigger on the stack, we'll sacrifice another 5 treasures. I will show the opponent that they are dead. We'll grab Moth Dust. We'll deal damage to Scourge. I'll keep doing the clock now. So now it's a matter of just the opponent conceding some time. Okay, so we're sitting here in garbage time. I guess it's fine. Do I have a faster win? Maybe I can just grab a mirror entity, but I'm scared of like just accidentally activating entity for 0. It happens to me a lot because Modo is like a very buggy client. So I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 dragons. So this is 12. I do need to do this sometimes more. You know what? Maybe I should just let the triggers resolve, see what I'm missing. Like, I do have enough dragons. Okay, so I can just grab one more moth dust, I guess. By the way, this situation is great that we have the dragon actually, and not the what's it called, uh, the River King, because it would take us forever with a non-conceding opponent to win, whereas now we just won. Okay. By the way, I saw that I drew Alpine Moon. I was not paying attention to that. Okay, so we win. Sweet. I really like this version of the deck. Um, okay, let's keep playing. That was a very good start. Um, okay, so again, once again, we can see our screen. Okay, so this hand is great, but slow. I have, I think, a turn. I don't do anything basically. So this is the problem with the grinder versions, that even this curve is fast for the grind compared to the grinder versions of the deck. I think on merit that it has Copter plus Magda, I should keep it and just whip Tears of Pain if we run into Ragavan, like it's a perfectly good hand. So I don't feel comfortable trying for a new one. Okay, it seems to be some kind of control. Uh, okay, we'll just play the Vantage and pass the turn. We do have Cavern Souls. I will do it the turn that I will play Magda. By the way, it would have been so nice if we would have gone turn one like Mossdust or Exemplar. I would have put so much pressure on the opponent. As it stands, then maybe we're not doing much. The question here is, should I run something into this counterspell that's waiting for me? Or should I try to maybe double spell? I don't think I will be able to, so I'll just play Copter, and if they play the Fairy, I will play this Imperial Recruiter. Oh, there is that result. Maybe they have Prismatic Ending. Maybe they have the Fairy. Breeding Pool, Rogue Triumph, seems to be controlled. Maybe it's a 5-color money pile. I don't play against that deck a lot, although I do know it's popular. Assault Foundries, okay, but we're back to thinking that they are controlled. Also, the money pile does not play Ragrin Triumph, right? It curves with Kedria Triumph for its red. What the heck is that? Okay, it's the furry. That's fine. Okay, so now I will play Recruiter. They're free to try to bounce this if they can. And I do have an opening here. So I'll play. What do I even grab here? It's the question. Um, Maybe I don't play Recruiter. Maybe just play Copter plus Spell Bomb, and then play Cavern into Magda, and try to soak in something like that, and try to soak in some this the fairy out of action. That's interesting as a thought. Like play Cavern, play Magda, tap Magda, animate Copter, and then no, maybe that was not such a good course of action because they can keep up board swipe. So maybe my next turn should consist of just Sokin Zanning this fairy. Oh, but they do have Spell Bomb. Uh, okay, they're uptaking the fairy. They are playing their first land drop. I do think they will be having verdict here. Okay, so now this is better. So because now we can just go Saga, play Sockins and just try to attack the fairy. I think. Uh, yeah, so we are just trying. Do they have Shark Typhoon? I don't think everything will be fine, but let's try it. I don't think they're playing Shark Typhoon anymore, right? Okay, so we killed the fairy. That's step number one. And we do have an active saga in there. Um, we do have recruiter in our hand. Finally, a matchup where recruiter is not abysmally bad. And we do have those spirit tokens to animate Copter for pressure. Do they have a 5 mana Teferi? That's fine, we can just kill it, right? I mean, they can in theory just kill our spirits with their fire and ice. Let's see what lands they untap. Notably, they're not playing snow, so they're not on Coddle. Okay, so they untap cleverly the lands that gives the least information. Okay, so now I'm playing Cavern on Dwarf, I think. Yeah, like I'll play Dwarf. I'll name Dwarf. Play Magda. Dwarf creature. I'll animate this copter. The good thing about this play is that I leave Urza Saga up to. Do you want to draw this card here? Huh. They're playing Snapcaster to jump a creature. I think I just bounce this Snapcaster. Also, the timing is like ill-conceived a little bit because it gives me information. I think I'll draw this card. We found Entity, which is nice. I think I'm just being recruiter here. I do have another Magda. I do have a one mind. I'll have a construct token, and I think I'll be using my mana. So yeah, I'll just return Snapcaster to their hand. Snapcaster is worse than this Teferi. And I still have Urza Saga activation up. I think we're doing things. And on their turn, we are just activating Saga, creating a ton of value. So let's see, they have 6 lands. Let's just make a Saga token. The question is, is there some instant speed removal for 1, 2, 3? They may have Shark Typhoon. Should I go greedy and try to make construct token again? I don't think I should. Maybe I should. Yeah, and if they make them deal with my board, and if they fail to, then I can just win. And if they don't fail to, and if they manage to deal with my board here, okay. So what I will do, I will grab the lantern here, which basically shuts off their curability of this Snapcaster. So I will exile maybe this Teferi in case for some reason they have the black the black Kamigawa. What's it called? Kamigawa land. I don't remember what it's called. I don't think they will have it, but like whatever. Okay, so I'll crew using this Magda. Because I don't want this Magda to run into Snapcaster. And I think I should I Moss Dust? There's even an argument of just playing Entity and winning. No, we don't win with Entity. Do we? We may be winning, just winning with Entity. It feels a little bit uncomfortable. I'd rather just... Okay, so let's attack them. See if they have answers. An important point is that if they steal this construct token, then we'll only be in 1-1. Should I loot here? I'm pretty happy with my hand, but maybe this Modest can be upgraded. This is not an upgraded Modest, so we can just pin it. So we basically scribed one here. Um, let's see what the opponent is doing here. So they're trying to steal this golem, which is fine. They'll try to block my spirit, I guess. Okay, that's fine. So they're down to 9, which makes me think that there's a board swipe on the other side of the board. I do want to use this of one mind, but I don't want to use it into open mana. I would prefer playing Moth Dust and tapping it. We also have one treasure token. Okay, so they do have Snapcaster, which means that we should not crack this old gun lantern. This should be a board swipe, right? 5 mana Teferi, that's perfectly fine. We're out grinding the control deck, which feels very nice, I must say. They are upticking. Is this cryptic? Nobody's really playing cryptic, right? What's this? Prismatic ending on my golem. Yep, I can't do anything about that. Okay, so this feels like they will have another thing to steal my 1 mana things. Another, another, what's it called? Like Archmage's Charm to steal my 1 mana things. So I should be careful with Magda still. Is there a version where we just win? So if I just jump entity in there, use Copter. By the way, last turn I could have tapped their construct, but I didn't want to. Okay, so there's an argument that I can just play entity, use entity to animate the copter. And then basically have lethal, right? I may have, I may not have. Okay, so we are playing entity. Use entity to animate copter. By the way, this also helps us versus Farent Eyes. Okay, so here's the question. Do we win if we just attack them? So if I attack them, I gain 1 treasure token. I go up to 3 treasures, and I basically can make everything a 4/4. I think I just win if I attack them. They do have a Snapcaster to block my Magda, but they can't block 2 things. So I think I'm supposed to just attack them. Watch this. Turn off auto heals in case I have misclicked something. It's strange, to say the least. Also, what kind of mana are these? This should be an Archmage's Charm, right? And if it's a charm, then we just win. Like, they need to have 2 removal spells, and I don't think even this does it. Oh, they may have... don't know what. Okay, so if they let me attack... March of Otherworldly Light. Okay, I did not think about March. But I still have lethal, right? Because I deal... I deal 1, 2, 3, 4... yeah, I deal 8 damage to them. They may have Solitude. I didn't remember that Solitude was an option, but apparently it is. But if they burn Solitude here, I think I'm pretty fine. Because they need to burn either on the Magda or the Spirit token. So I need to attack them. I'm not killing the Teferi either way, so I'm just attacking them. So I'll let the Magda do its thing, and then use make them have it. Basically, they had March already. X equals 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, okay. So we won. We made them have Solitude, but they did not. Also, they were playing Snapcaster, which made me think that they are less likely to have Solitude. Um, hmm. I think Python Needle is a card for this matchup, as is the additional Soulgain Lantern, because we can just cycle that. Once again, Recruiter does not seem great, but the Sharpened Blast is worse, because we are in card's advantage situation if we are casting Shrapnel Blast. Uh, okay, Blarg actually is not such a good card in this matchup. I'm more comfortable running the second Recruiter. There is an argument to just play one Alpine Moon to shut off whatever utility land they will be winning with. But I'm not on top of my game against control right now. Also, there's an argument to bring in Reaper King to just grab some value, but I don't think we want to. Basically, I don't want to watch. Maybe I should cut to the Reaper King altogether, but we'll see about that. Okay, so this hand has Mutavault, which is great because we will get to assess Mutavault again. Up to now, Mutavault has been great. Actually, there's also something that I've been thinking about, that maybe I could have been playing Mishra's Factory instead of Mutavault. The upside is that if we attack with Factory plus have Augusta, then it deals 4 damage to them, whereas Mutavault deals 3 damage to them because Factory gets to untap and tap it by itself. It's very debatable as a thought. Also, Mishra's Factory, but the important point is that Mishra's Factory just buffs our changelings, which is not something to scoff at. I'm not too sure whether I want to change. Mutable has been good to support of One Mind too. Although, as you saw, of One Mind is more like an icing in the cake. Last game we had everything, so we didn't get to cast. But if we were light, like in this kind of board presence, if I sneak in my Smuggler's Copter turn 2. Okay, so they're marching my most changeling, which is nice. Notably, changeling is a Kami, so this means that this is very fitting with the march. Okay, so I do have Urza Saga here, and I can do the line where I play both Urza Saga and Smuggler's Copter. Usually, control decks have a lot of trouble surviving this kind of line. Of course, with the Mutavault, there could be an argument to play Mutavault first. I'm not very familiar with Mutavault yet. I just know that it has been great so far. I tried it in a win basically because I wanted to round off the effects for One Mind, but it has been great. Okay, this is very suspicious. This seems to be like a march, right? So now I can just play Mutavault. Play Mutavault. Are they tapping? They're not tapping this, right? Okay. So now I can just play Mutavault, activate Saga, and then try to attack them with Copter. I think this is a line. I do like this kind of line because it plays so well against board swipes. Next turn I can even just create another construct and play Mesa, grab basic. Should we loot here? Maybe we want to get rid of this moth dust. We do have a universal automaton. I can also discard this Mesa. Maybe we should discard the Mesa. Yeah, like we do have white mana now, so let's keep the card quality going. By the way, okay, for a second I thought you weren't hearing me. Do they have another March? They should have done it pre-combat, right? Ooh, March also kills Saga for one. I did not remember this, but I mean they're not doing this, but like something to keep in mind. Um, they're fetching a bit strangely. I have no idea what they're doing, but we'll see. Okay, so here's the thing. I will make a token. The important point here is that I probably need to grab Ether Spellbomb. The reasoning for this is that at some point they may try to steal all my constructs and win this way. It's also protection and it can bounce my recruiter, so it can basically be converted to something else. And I do have Urza Saga. The second Urza Saga to stop some kind of Jace or Teferi. Although Jace does not scare me as much because I can just attack it. I think they have the Teferi, so you can just grab Binding Needle and just name the 5 mana Teferi, which I believe it's the hero of Dominaria. Let me look it up a bit. Teferi hero of Dominaria in Google. Draw a card and talk to land. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, so I'm naming Teferi hero of Dominaria. And okay, so we'll grow the copter. We'll try to attack the opponent, see what happens. And then I have another second Urza Saga, which is the nice part. Okay, so they're drawing 2 cards, which makes me feel very optimistic. But they're doing this in the main phase, which means that I can just play Urza Saga. Maybe I can just play Cavern of Souls, name Dwarf, and play this Guardian Lantern, because I think that they will have some kind of March or Snapcaster. And I don't want to expose my Saga this soon. So, ooh, they're playing Solitude Evoked. Do they have the whole combo with Ephemerate? But the timing is very ill-conceived, I think. Like, they can't kill my copter. Or they're just getting rid of the token. Yeah, I would like to gain some life. Okay, so now I'm probably playing Cavern, right? So I can play Cavern, named Dwarf. By the way, as I said, the reason I'm not playing Saga is I want to get rid of the Snapcaster into Otherworldly Light that they will probably have. I guess I'll just get rid of the light now. So they're usually playing only 3 lights, so they probably only have 2 in the deck. Maybe I should have played Saga after all, but I'm fine with this line. If this predicts is this cavern, then we're okay. Okay, so we did find Magda. I still think Recruiter is better than this Moth Dust. I could be wrong, but hope I'm not, because I'll be discarding this Moth Dust to keep a high hand quality. Cotter's doing real work versus Merce Control. On the next turn, I even have the line of playing Magda, playing Saga, activating Mutavolt, have a ton of pressure. There is some insane line. Like Mutavolt will make a treasure too. Okay. We've found another copter. to supplement our efforts. So I'll start by playing a Saga. Hopefully this will incentivize them to activate to play a March if they have one. They don't, so we are playing our Dwarf Lord here. Um, play Magda, animate Copter. Notably, I think I should activate Mutavolt before animating Copter. What are they even doing? No, they're certainly not countering, right? Maybe they're bounce drawing. I don't have the patience to see what they're doing. Okay, so now we can activate Mutavolt. We can crew the copter. Mutavolt ends being better than Misha's Factor in this kind of situation. But it's okay, so we'll attack the opponent. If they haven't ever sold it, you're welcome to try it. Should I just loot with this copter and loot away this second copter if need arises? I think that's something to do. Yeah. Okay, so this is great because I can just discard this copter and play off one mind, draw two cards. There's also the argument that I may be able to just win next turn, but I don't think I'll have the opening and I just prefer drawing two cards right now to get some card advantage in there. Ooh, we even found Bolt, which means that we have a lot of ways to deal lethal eventually. One, two, three, four, five. Well, we do have the fairy covered. One of their cards in hand should be the fairy, right? Ooh, they have six lands, which means they probably have Snapcaster Cryptic, right? Given this consideration, maybe I'm just supposed to activate Mutavolt. Activate Mutavolt, go into combat, and if they tap my things, I can create a Saga token and float a mana with Mutavolt. Create a Saga token. And then activate Copter and attack with Copter, which is a line I like. I think we should play Cavern because I want to be able to bolt a Snapcaster. So let's try to attack. Maybe they have Shark Typhoon. I guess I'm fine losing to Shark Typhoon in this situation. Maybe even have Lethal, though. In case I have added triggers. So, now we get to attack. I guess. We create a couple of treasures. The interesting part is that if they just try to block one of our things, then we can just ball them. They're playing Solitude on 5 mana. Are they targeting my Magda? The point here is I can just bolt the Solitude, right? Yeah. Yep. They're exiling my Mutavolt. What? What's even happening here? Why are they not exiling my Magda? Okay, an important point is that I can just play Automaton here and force them to board swipe me. But I think I just keep Urza Saga activation up. Don't think they can present meaningful interaction. Maybe they did this with the Mutavault. Don't they know that the Mutavault no longer is a creature if they is a 3/2 if they kill my Magda? Maybe they don't. So they're cycling Karakuran Tryon, which is a great advantage for us. They should also have kept that up because they now have planes and Archmage Charm is no longer an out to my Saga token, so I can just make a Saga token. This is where I'm going to with this line of reasoning. So let's make a Saga token. It thinks that I won't be able to activate Magda, but like I think that this is the more aggressive line. Okay, so I draw another Cavern of Souls, which makes me think that like I need to just float mana here. They need to kill my Magda right now. That's the important part. Why is it important? I'll be grabbing their Aether Spellbomb, of course. But ooh, okay, they misstapped because they're saying an oops in the chat. I do have a lantern in place, so I'll just grab Spellbomb here. Play Cavern, name probably like I'll name Human with the second one. You can just play Recruiter here. Or I can play Moss Dust. What can they even have? Sorry, Mirror Entity. I think I just play Mirror Entity, attack with everything. See what kind of interaction they're presenting. I do have a treasure token up, so yeah, I don't know how they can get out of this. Have a ton of tricks. Dress down. Okay, so now we'll. Do we even need to dress down? Okay, these skills are a construct, which is important to note. Yeah, I think I'm just tapping the Magda here. Okay, they are playing it very well. Okay, but they're still down to one, right? Their phages are turned off. They can't get out of this with the fairy. Chase is too much mana to deploy in this board state and still win. Basically, they need to play board swipe into removal for the copter. Maybe I didn't even need to do that. Like maybe I should have just let that resolve. But for some reason, I was a little bit hesitant to do that. I resolved the entity and made the color. Yeah, I definitely misplayed. I should have been more careful how I did that. I still don't think they can win though. Like they need to board swipe me. Most importantly, I didn't know what they would be doing. Okay, so they're playing this, the fairy. If they try to bounce one of my creatures, then I can maybe I can even maybe if they try to bounce one of my things, then I can just tap mirror entity and use spellbomb to bounce to my hand whatever they are going to tap because this prevents them from drawing a card. But I may also not do that. Okay, first of all, I'm just maybe I shouldn't do that because they may have board swipe. I do have two creatures, so they need to have something pretty darn good to get out of this. Maybe Snapcaster is one way to do that in some capacity, so I prefer keeping the spell bomb up. This may be wrong. Maybe preventing them from drawing the card could be better. It feels like they have something here, and I'd rather protect my Magda with Mitre Spellbomb. Otherwise, they just lose. Okay, what's this? It's a... Maybe it's a Prismatic Ending. Yeah, Prismatic Ending on my Magda. So we'll return this Magda to our hand by playing one blue. Okay. I don't know what this is the turning point because we still had lethal with the copter, but like maybe they have had enough. So yeah, this seems to be working out well. Hmm. Let's try a new one. I'm thinking that I may be interested in playing an angel dwarf thing, like with Bishop of Winds, of Wings, and so on. Yeah, of course, you don't know what I'm talking about. So there's this card called Bishop of Wings. Maybe you know that if you're here from the Discord. So it's this card, and basically it makes we play a bunch of changelings, Bishop, Magda, and return to the ranks to reanimate things. Maybe I should just make the deck. Yeah, I will make the deck and see if... Okay, so we are in a new game. 1 versus 1. Okay, so this is a snap keep. We do have turn on. We have a bunch of curves. We're even resilient to this card, so that's nice. And removal, of course. We also have turn 3 win. Like, that's great. Okay, so playing the Exemplar turn 1 does not help us a lot, but I may do so. I'll just play Moth and present to them the question: do you bolt the bird? Technically, Moth is a bird too. Maybe maybe they're in the Ren 6 deck. Maybe we should be playing this more conservatively. If they just jump Ren 6 here, I don't think we can win. It's a Goif here. Hipatra. It's amazing. Don't think they can win the next turn. Okay, so they seem to be some kind of Yawgmoth. So I don't think they can win next turn immediately. I'm a little... Okay, at the very least they can just grab Yawgmoth. I think I'm just flooding the board here. Don't think there will be board swipe. So I'm flooding the board and I have lethal next turn. That was very explosive. This mod just has changeling, has flying in so many ways. Okay, so we basically need to block Hipatra. It's important to remember. So if they attack, you can just block Hipatra. Okay, they did not attack, so now I'm just using Mothdas to tap itself. Basically Basically, this should be a win right now. Maybe I should not show them that they have a basic planes. I don't know. Or maybe I should show them basic planes. Put the fear of blood moon into them. I like this idea. Okay, so I'm playing Augusta. I don't know if I'm supposed to attack them with Magda. Maybe I should. Like they should have killed Magda in their turn if they had interaction and like playing around the opponent misplaying is not great. Okay, so we do get enough. Uh, what combo do I want to show them? Is the question. Should I show them Mirror Entity or should I show them the other combo? Hmm. I think I can kinda sandbag the other combo. Maybe they don't know what I'm doing, so okay, if I crack this now, I can just grab. If I grab Mirror Entity, I don't think they can -1/-1 counters on anything of mine and kill it. And if they don't have push, they can push my Magda, but they have played horrendously if this is the case. So maybe I'm supposed to just grab Automaton and use this to tap Automaton. Maybe I should just have gotten Mirror Entity. Okay, so we tap everything again. Maybe we don't tap Magda. No, they can disrupt our combo anyway. If they want to. No, I can even grab Mirror Entity. Notably, this is the point where if I grab Clock of Omens, then we just and it enters the board. They don't know what we are doing, then we just win. But I can grab something else if they try to prevent me from doing things. So I can just grab Clock here, tap. No, maybe. Nah, I don't have interaction against that. Darn. Uh, yeah, I tapped the automaton the second time, which I shouldn't have done. I misplayed that a little. Well, it's functionally the same, but like always yield, always yield. Okay, so we're doing this. We're doing this. I don't know what they're doing with their open mana, but they are dead. Like I'm at the point where I can just respond to whatever they're throwing to my automaton. Like I can even grab another copter and tap that. Like have so many options. Okay, so we are grabbing a bunch of treasures now. We'll okay. An important point is how do we want to do the dragon thing? Um, Dragon triggers don't go away. Okay, so we do have enough to start doing things actually. Um, So I just grab Scourge, show them the Scourge, and like. Notably, I only have four more triggers in my deck, so I need to play this a little bit correctly. Maybe I even need to show them the entity. Uh, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we can just kill them this way. We're dealing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons. Each deals 5 damage. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Just show them. I don't want them to. I don't want to show them mirror entity. So like, let them just die to combat damage. Oh, are they dead? Yeah, somehow they're dead even from this. Okay, I thought we were. Maybe I lost count. I lost count there. Yeah, I grabbed the additional monsters. Yeah. Okay. That was nice, but we don't know what the opponent's playing. Okay, I'll be very brave and say that they're Yawgmoth, so I will just grab Grafdigger's Cage and Grafdigger's Cage and Ether Spellbomb, probably a Lantern. Um, we can play Torpor Orb, but I'm not too sure. If we play Torpor Orb, then we need to play Portable Hole too with this build. So yeah, maybe like be highly interactive. Cut the Recruiter because it's not that great. Cut of One Mind because we want to be a little bit proactive. This does not say, okay, the Shrapnel Blast can kill Yawgmoth. So maybe I should cut one bolt, maybe even second bolt. I'm sideboarding basically as if it were Yawgmoth, even though they only showed me Hipparchia. An important point is that I want to cut more things here. I need to cut more things. Like I can cut the of one mines, but I think, yeah, maybe we're not winning the long game against them, are we? Yeah, maybe we're not like winning the long game. Let's try to prison them out instead of like doing other things. Okay, so we do have Grafdigger's Cage, Saga, Drum, Magda. Like this, it doesn't have red, which is kind of a problem. But we can grab a creature with that Saga. Maybe we can even play Saga turn one. Ooh. Okay, now we do have red for our Magda. So given that we have red, now we can go Drum. Turn 2 play. Darn it, I did not play that correctly. I needed to play Saga turn 1. No, I need to play the Cavern turn 1. That was bad. Okay, so this is Wall of Roots. Very least. A dwarf here. Play this, play this. And now play this. Grafdigger's Cage. At least this hurts their tutors. It would have been very embarrassing if this was not Yogurt and somehow another build. Okay, so they have a ton of mana now, but they can't search their deck. They need to have Outland Liberator immediately to kill our cage. Okay, that's only Strangleroot. I don't recommend attacking against the Magda deck because, like, did I keep the Shrapnel Blast in? Did not remember that. Okay, I can just play the Saga here. If they had Yawgmoth in their hand, they have it. We can just Shrapnel Blast that. Okay, yeah, I did keep Shrapnel Blast in. What am I even saying? So I need to sacrifice. What am I doing? Need to play Augusta. Tap this, and this. Oh, Augusta can be played with this colorless. Okay. So we do get to attack with our Magda here, get to untap the Magda and retap it. We can even retap it with mana, 4 mana. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it untapped here. Yeah. Notably, this Stranglewood cannot enter from the graveyard. Okay, so should I just tap it? No, I don't think so. There's no way for them to use their mana either way. What are they doing? Do they know I have a Grafdigger's Cage on board? They're playing Boseiju to kill my Grafdigger's Cage, so they will be able to card for Yogg. Okay. I think I'll just grab Steam Vents here. Should I play Tender untapped? Yeah, this saves me some. Okay, so the important point here is that even if they play something to deal with our things, and I have another Magda too. Okay, so they do have Yawgmoth, so the important point is that I need to kill Yawgmoth with the Strangler Outgeist in with the Strangler's Geist trigger the stack. Okay, so they. Here's the thing. Hmm. I can just kill this Yawgmoth right now. Yeah, I'm into that. I'm paying this and use this to tap my Magda. And I don't know if I should sacrifice a drum or a treasure. Treasure seem more valuable. Yeah, I will have copter as a tap outlet, so I'll just sacrifice drum here. And since this strangler guys was is still triggering, then I think I'm in a good shape. Don't think they can just grab another Yawgmoth immediately after. I don't get what they're doing. That was uncalled for. My Magda would die either way. Okay, so now they can dome me for 3. But I do have, but I can go Smuggler's Copter into another Magda. Can even activate this Saga if I want to. I don't want to block, no thank you. Okay, we found yet another Magda. So if I can go, if I just play Magda and attack, then I can just grab, what's it called? Lightning Needle to stop Yawgmoth. And I still have an Urza Saga. I don't have an Urza Saga activation up, right? Yeah. So I think I should just play Magda here. Yeah, I do need to play Copter to have Lightning Needle as. So I'll crew the Magda using the Magda. An important point is that maybe I need to crew Smuggler's Copter at the beginning of their turn. You can just yeah, I prefer doing it this way. Can keep the Magda tapped and have Smuggler's Copter activation up in case I need it. Okay, so this is fine, I would guess. Um, Probably we don't need to let Yawgmoth hit play. But even if they try to grist here, I don't know what I will do if they try to cord. Be honest. Maybe I should be doing nothing right now. Take the damage. Ooh, we drew automaton. So now we can just um, tap these and grab. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe that was too greedy. I can grab Soul Guy Lantern. I can grab Ether Spellbomb. I think I prefer grabbing Ether Spellbomb. Yeah, I think I prefer Ether Spellbomb. It's more protection. Um, so through this thing. Okay, this happened. I can play an automaton. Recrew this thing. Okay, so now I can attack with Smuggler's Copter and feel very good about myself because I have an infinite combo in response to whatever they're doing. I already have an infinite combo in response to whatever they're doing. So now we're just playing a waiting game where we just wait for the opponent to do something. No, we don't want to loot. Uh, and we also have an advantage on the board. I think I should tap this automaton, right? Do have Yeah, I do have enough things to untap it. Usually, it's better to keep the automaton on tap if you plan to get wall clock. But in this situation, I'm just pressing my advantage here. Uh, like it's very difficult for them to do anything because the instant they do anything, like they do have interaction. Where by interaction I mean I kill them. So okay, so they are getting tapped out. This is 4 mana. I think they will be trying to get grist here, right? Okay, whatever they're doing with this card, I'm not letting them do it. I'll just do my combo here. 3, 4, 5. Come on. So this is an important part of this deck. You need to be able uh, to sandbag the combo. I'll tap this and this. You need to be able to sandbag the combo. So we'll do this and save the targets. So this and this. Always yield. Always yield. So we'll keep doing this. There's no way they can win. Yeah, we win. We win. Okay, that's sweet. We still gone. Um, okay, so I think I don't know if I should be playing the deck again. I'm getting tired of playing this variation, to be honest, and because winning too much is also not healthy because like it's getting boring. We should also lose. Uh, I could be having a great losing streak with these decks, and so maybe I'll just play I just create a bishop version. So, um, do you have any inputs in chat? Please let me know for the bishop version.